Hey, what is up, guys? It's Brennan here, and today we're going to be taking a look at Xero pricing. How much does Xero cost in your small business when you're looking at getting started with their accounting software? So that's what we're going to be diving into here in today's video. But of course, before we dive into things, I do want to mention if you do want to get started with Xero, you can go and check out that first link down below in the video description. That's brennanvleski.com/Xero. It will take you right over to Xero, where you can get started with Xero for free today. Again, at that first link down below in the video description. Again, some of which are affiliate links, which is a great way to help out and support the channel. And without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into Xero's pricing. So as you can tell, as I did mention, Xero does actually have a completely free trial that you can actually get started with. So as you can see here, they do have a 30-day free trial where you can get started for $0. That allows you to access Xero, get started with, you're importing your data or a demo as well. You can play around with their demo, and you can cancel it anytime. You don't have to enter any credit card information, and they do also have support available. So they do have a way for you to try the software for free. So how does Xero, stack up in general compared to maybe some other accounting software as well? So Xero is a popular accounting software, probably the second most popular after QuickBooks in the overall bookkeeping and accounting space. So when it comes to pricing, they are fairly competitive. Now, before we dive into things with the specific pricing plans and options and comparing them, I do want to mention, of course, this pricing is accurate as in the making of today's video. Be sure to check out Xero's pricing page. Follow along, again, at that link down below in the video description if you do want to see the most realistic and up-to-date pricing, because pricing is always subject to change. So as you can see here, we have 3 different plans. So Xero does offer 3 different plans depending on your business and what might make sense the most for you for your accounting needs. Now, they do also have some other options when it comes to managing clients. So maybe if you are an accountant or a bookkeeper yourself, they do have a partner program and a way to manage clients. We're not going to be covering too much about that in this video here today, but I did want to also mention that they do also offer that as well. That might look a little bit different. But these are the main plans that they really promote and market to most people, everyone getting started with Xero. So they do have their early plan, they have the growing plan, as well as the established plan. So those lay out currently at 15 USD per month, 42 per month at growing, and 78 per month on the established plan. Now, for most people getting started, you should be just fine with the early plan at $15 per month, which is actually a pretty cheap plan when it comes to, comparing to QuickBooks entry-level plans, or even a lot of other things like FreshBooks, or even really a lot of other accounting softwares out there. It is a pretty good entry price point, and you do get a lot of the features with the software. However, one caveat in terms, and you can clearly see it here, is that you are limited to sending quotes and invoices as up to 20. So you can send quotes and 20 invoices. So that is one big limitation and drawback with the early plan if you do send a lot of invoices in your business. So that is something, worth keeping in mind in terms of the overall pricing on that plan in terms of, approving and sending invoices. So that might, contribute to your overall limit per month within that period. So do just bear that in mind. You can also only enter up to 5 bills on that early plan. But if you're really not doing too much of that and you're really just reconciling bank transactions, you do get a lot of the features in the early plan. So in terms of what is included there, as you can see, you have reconciling bank transactions. You have the ability to capture bills and receipts with our Hub Doc. You can do short-term cash flow and business snapshot statements. This is personally one of my favorite features of the software. As you can see, you can check your overall financial health, see where things are going. They do also have a W-9 and 1099 management as well in that entry-level plan, which is great if you do have employees of any sort. You also have sales tax as well that will be that you can calculate there. Now, the things that you don't get the bulk reconciling of transactions, multiple currencies, tracking projects, claiming expenses. Now, in terms of claiming expenses, that does not just mean regular expenses. This is more so their expense management side of the business. So managing, putting in expenses and offering reimbursements, snapping things on the go. To claim them, that such as mileage or other expense tracking features. That's separate from regular entry of reconciling your bank transactions, which would include your profit and loss, or your income and your expenses. So just to clarify that there, that would be more like expense management type of thing in terms of more advanced uses, which you would need to be on the established plan for, which most people, either you maybe use a different expense management software, or if you do want it in Xero, then you will be having to pay for that established plan. Beyond that, they do also have their Analytics Plus, which is available on the established plan. So for most people, realistically, if you don't need the bulk reconciling of transactions, if you're not really processing a ton of transactions in your business, then the early plan would be good for you. If you are going to be doing a lot of transactions, I would rather recommend probably the growing plan, just because you have a lot more transactions. You probably want to do things in bulk. And then the established plan is really if you do need all those additional like tracking projects, expenses, the higher level analytics, that would make more sense with the established plan in your business. Now, one other thing I do want to mention, they do also offer a add-on that you can add on Gusto for payroll. Now that is separately billed for Gusto if you do need payroll, but they do have a direct integration there, which could be a nice perk or benefit for you if you are going to be looking at maybe adding payroll as well to your accounting software. You can do that with Xero, but it is an additional charge with Gusto. And they have that available and listed on the Gusto website as a separate company, so you will need to use that, but it is something else worth considering in terms of you can add Gusto as well into your Xero setup. They do, as you can see here, they have a 3-month free trial offer. I'll go ahead and leave a link to Gusto as well in the video description in case you do need their payroll partner to add to your accounting software. But yeah, that's essentially the difference here with Xero. Now, in terms of paying the invoicing, as you can see here, you will get this at the end of the monthly billing period. So that is how it is split out there in terms of your charges, and whether you have Xero payroll, projects, expenses. Those will be invoiced for the different month. So that's how it breaks out there. If you have multiple companies as well, you can add as many Xero organizations as you like, and you choose a pricing plan for each one. So each organization would be, a subscriber for that. They do offer a multiple organization discount where you would need them under the same email address. It does get a little bit complicated, so you might want to contact support. In terms of having multiple companies, it's definitely a little bit more costly than maybe some other softwares out there. But they do at least offer some sort of bulk discounting if you are going to be managing multiple companies underneath that same software. So that's something else to consider when it comes to their pricing model. If you are going to be having multiple companies on your Xero account. So again, it's the early, the growing, and the established. Pretty decent pricing options and pricing plans. Very simple and straightforward. And again, if you do want to get started with the Xero free trial, again, that 30-day free trial, I do have a link down below in the video description if you do want to go ahead and check out Xero and get started with Xero today. Again, guys, I hope you found this quick pricing plan comparison video a bit helpful and maybe helped you guide you in the right direction when it comes to selecting your Xero plan and what maybe makes the most sense for you. So again, guys, if you enjoyed it or found it helpful, then be sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and notification bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Anyway, guys, that was all for today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.